is it. We made it. This is the final episode of the Webtoons.
Hey, Uncle Kenny! Football! Hey, yeah!
If you're new here, my name is Cedric. I'm an actor, a filmmaker, a screenwriter, and a YouTube reactor, and this is the final Webtoon. All previous 14 episodes are available. They're all part of the BTS Universe and the BTS reaction playlist. After this, I will be reading the notes. I am not going to react to the notes the same way I'm doing this. I'm probably going to... I don't know. I'll figure it out. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, but I'll figure that out and I'll let you guys know for sure. But such things need not trouble us now. Let us move forward into a bright new future with the episode 15 of the Save Me Webtoon. Before we jump into that though, I do want to say thank you to my patrons on Patreon, and thank you so much to Anitra at Say What Reacts. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to do the notes, and then we're going to jump back and do the fake loves and continue with the videos. So I'm excited to get back to the videos. I have loved the Webtoons, and I think this whole thing is so neat. It's so great. So thank you for joining me on it. Hey, let's jump in. Always good when the Webtoon starts with a warning about violence. This is starting off great. Right, yeah. So we've sort of been here before with Jin running through the crowd to try to get to Taehyung as he's walking out of the station. So he's now doing this in real time, knowing a bit more about what happened. I'm really stressed, guys.
I'm sorry. Why don't we just relax?
Do South Korean police use ropes instead of handcuffs? Wow, I've never seen that before. That's a look. So something about letting Taehyung know that Jin had seen him reset the timeline. It shattered everything. What does that mean? Y'all, I talk about how film is a visual medium, and so is doing a webtoon or a manga or anything like that. It's you have to tell the story not just through dialogue or exposition, but through the visuals. To show him leaving the door open and then show each of the spots, the roof with the crane, the bridge, the motel, to show each of those. They've drawn a line between those locations and characters and significant moments, often deaths in those characters' lives, and that's actually how they can show time passing and him going to these spots or him thinking of these spots and us correlating them with the other characters without showing it. That is such good storytelling. And that's what this webtoon is it excels at, is that level of storytelling. It's extraordinary. That is tough because he knows exactly what's going on with Taehyung at home, and you have to respect Taehyung's, I'll tell you when I'm ready about it, but at the same time, if you know what's coming, especially because I'm pretty sure it's that day, isn't it? So, you have to, I don't even know what I'd do in that situation. All the normal rules of social engagement are off at this point, throw them out the window and you figure it out, I guess. That is friendship.
Just call my name.
You don't have to tell me right now, but whenever you're ready, I'm here to listen. And he means it. At least you hope that Taehyung realizes that Jin means that. You can't force it. You can't force Taehyung to be rescued. You can't force Hosuk to be rescued. You can't force any of that, but you can give them the choice to come to you when they need help. And ultimately, that's all we can really do. For more on this topic, please see my movie, Kadia the World Within. I've thought a lot about these things. I didn't realize that Taehyung was a prophet. And I realized that I probably should have figured this out because he's talked before about the dreams he's been having, and he came to Jin's house in episode, was that 13, 12? Knowing where Jin lived. And so, yeah, I definitely should have realized that these dreams were this important, but he's seeing everything that Jin is. And I've talked before about how I'm not sure that they're all actually real, and obviously within the scope of the webtoon they are. But if they are all just aspects of Jin's reality and Jin's understanding of reality, and if we're starting to get into what's real and what isn't real, and if we're starting to mess with all kinds of stuff like that, then I guess it would stand to reason that Taehyung is this retainer of knowledge, I guess. I'm not sure. I'm not fully in on that theory anymore. I think I've kind of left that behind, but really intrigued by the fact that his dreams are showing the what's happening. Really, I hadn't picked up on that, so. Narrator. Taehyung was not, in fact, fine.
They ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they...
Aha. So what this reveals to us is, I just got to the part where Taehyung is holding the bottle above his father. So he's already broken it on his father's head. Now that is an act of protection, protecting the sister. And you can make the argument that if he does proceed to stab his father, that's also a protecting. But that's such a gray area then. You know, what do you do? What do you do? Neither choice is good or ends well, and is really tough. And you know, that's the breaking point for him. That's that youth maturity bit. And I almost had to pause because I'm worried about what's about to happen. So here we go. I'm so nervous. He pushed Jin off, and I'm freaking out about what's gonna come next, guys, because I think I know what's gonna come, and I'm like afraid to scroll to see if that's what's gonna happen. I'm pretty sure it is. I've been doing the BTS Universe for months now, and through all the videos and all the everything, I never saw that coming. Not once. And it's kind of remarkable that I didn't, because Jin's obviously separated from the others and lives apart from them, and I even talked about him having a savior complex, and he took that a bit literally to the point where he was killed by them, for them. And boy, we don't have time to get into the symbolism of that right now. I mean, we do, but I would need to sit with it for a while. I don't know if I've felt this sense of loss since Luke in The Last Jedi, when he faded into the Force. And there's a lot of similarities there between like solving this with nonviolence and to put it far too casually, taking one for the team. But I just never saw it coming, and until like right before it happened. And I'm horrified by it, but also it makes so much sense, sadly. And yeah, I you know, it strikes me that these webtoons, these reactions haven't been getting as many views, and certainly the BTS Universe videos have gotten fewer views than a lot of the BTS stuff before, and maybe that's the proof you guys needed to know that I wasn't just doing BTS for clicks or for views, but because I genuinely like them, love them, and I've been so enthralled by this storyline and all the different moving pieces, and I knew, you guys even told me before that I wasn't going to get as many views to do these videos, but it was going to be worth it. And I never once questioned that. I've never questioned if it was going to be worth it. I think the story's been told wonderfully to this point, but I can't, I guess it's for me, it's like sometimes I'll watch Harry Potter or Star Wars reactions, and this is what that feels like, I bet. This is what the I Am Your Father feels like, or I'm trying not to spoil things like Snape's memories or anything like that. Like, this is what that feels like, is this moment for you guys, seeing me have to process this and having not seen it coming. And to me, it makes it this, all the people that chose to not watch these, like, who cares? Because, I mean, this is like the first, like, true gut punch. The butterfly effect, all that stuff, that was really cool. But, like, this is the real, like, this took a sledgehammer to my chest. I don't know. This is kind of incoherent babbling, isn't it? On with the webtoon. He woke up, and I don't know if I'm, like, thrilled or just crushed, because he literally died for them, and it meant nothing. At least so far. At least I assume it meant nothing, and that's how it ends. Come on. I don't know what to say. I'm gonna read the notes, and the incredible thing about these webtoons is it's such a tightly told story, and it feels like nothing happened, and it feels like 100 million things happened. So clearly whatever's happening here kind of transcends life and death, doesn't it? You won't make it out here alone in this entangled destiny. I mean, what a line, first of all. That's like right up there with, what is it in Westworld? These violent delights have violent ends. Like, you just, quotes like that are just, whoo, you know? Fala Mogulis, or winter is coming. Like, it's just, there's a sense of finality to that. You won't make it out there alone. You won't make it out here alone in these entangled destinies. So I'm assuming the notes are going to clear even more up, and then we'll jump back into the videos. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do with the notes is probably read them and then do a live stream and just kind of recap the Bangtan universe up to this point. And I'll be very careful in the live chat of that with spoilers, but wow, I can see why you guys were excited about this one and waiting for me to see it. It kind of changed everything and nothing at all, didn't it? So there you go. That's the end of the webtoons. I hope you enjoyed. And I don't know when I'm going to get to do the notes. It's going to take some time to get through them. I'm finishing up my other book as well because I'm still reading for fun and to relax. And hopefully it'll be before I have to leave for filming, which will be like the 10th-ish, somewhere around there. So I'll try to keep you guys updated. But thank you so much for joining me on this webtoon journey, and I really, really hope you enjoyed. I had a really fun time making these and changing up the format of what I was doing, and yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed these 3 weeks. I know I have. Thank you so much for joining me and for sticking around for them, and we'll do the notes and then we'll jump back into the videos. But the most beautiful moments in life, indeed. Drink lots of water, fix your posture, and until next time, barahe.